Hello, people, and welcome to another edition of yours truly, Josiah Willis, here today with another reaction. Let's go right ahead and get back to it. Back to some rock music, alternative rock, soundtrack, a little 90s, a little alternative metal, and grunge. We have that here because we have the band, and for the first time, I am going to react to them, Alice in Chains. Wood, the official music video. This came out around June 7th, 1992, so years ago, about roughly 30 years ago now. Produced by Alice in Chains and Rick Parashar. Shout out to them for the production of this record. And let's go right ahead and give a little background about the band right quick. So, here we go. Alice in Chains are a Seattle-based rock band. They rose to international fame in the early 1990s as part of the grunge movement. They are one of the most critically and commercially acclaimed acts of the 90s. Their first 3 albums all went platinum, multi-platinum, and they have received 8 Grammy nominations for Best Hard Rock Performance. Sadly, never winning once. That's crazy. Their unique sound comes from the harmonized vocals of co-founders Layne Staley and Jerry Cantrell, as showcased in some of their biggest songs like No Excuses from Jar of Flies, Angry Chair from Dirt, and again from the self-titled album. Cantrell also serves as the primary songwriter and the guitarist of the band. Side note, Wood is also from the album that I'm going to react to, Dirt, track number 13, by the way. The band was never restricted to grunge. Cantrell believes it to be heavy metal, and indeed a lot of modern heavy metal bands cite Alice in Chains as an influence, including Metallica for Death Magnetic. The band's frontman, Layne Staley, suffered throughout his life from depression and substance abuse, which eventually took his life in 2002. It was a huge blow to the industry, and many prominent bands recorded songs as odes to Staley. After extended inactivity, the band recruited William DuVall and have released 3 successful studio albums since his inclusion. That's dope. Rest in peace to Layne Staley. Sad, man. Very sad. Okay, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a quick favor, and that is to like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. The link of this song will be down in my description below. This is Alice in Chains, Wood, the official music video. Also, a lyrical breakdown will be provided once the song is over. Stay tuned. And yes, you guys, I do have another YouTube channel. It is called The King Life Podcast, alongside my good friend and fellow co-host Anthony Lombard, our latest episode, Thanksgiving Activities. Check it out, support, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Enough talking. Alice in Chains, Wood, the official music video. I thought beat rock. Very upbeat. Goes Wayne right there. I like it already, bro. Already. Love guitar riff, man. Deep song, man. For those who support me and subscribe and like seeing these reactions, leave a comment below if I missed anything from this record when I do the eventual breakdown. Wow. What an introduction, you guys. What an introduction to Alice in Chains. I've never heard an official Alice in Chains reaction, so this is my very first time getting a chance to listen to Alice in Chains, which is dope. Shout out to everyone involved. I want to give a shout out to all the band members right quick. Shout out to Sean Kinney for the drums, Mike Starr for the bass. Shout out to Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley for the vocals. And shout out to Jerry Cantrell also for the guitar for the band. That was fire. Let's go right ahead and get towards the lyrical breakdown minus the intro, which there is one. Verse 1. Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley. Know me, broken by my master. Teach thee on child of love hereafter. Based off of what I'm getting, and this is what I am reading via Genius, it says the song concerns the late lead singer of Mother Love Bone, Andrew Wood, who died of a heroin overdose in 1990. Wood and Wood are homophones, obviously. It is written by Jerry Cantrell and produced by Rick Parashar. So yeah. And I guess this is referring to the artist, who's probably going through his thing or his through for this time. Know me, broken by my master, teach thee on child of love hereafter. I think master is a metaphor for drugs, or the heroin drug itself, right? And then you got teach thee on child of love hereafter. Addiction is easy to be taught, it's easy to grab onto, and a lot more hard to overcome because you've been learning it for a while, it's been planted somewhere, and you got to figure out ways to get through it. It's not ever easy. It's not ever easy, period. Whereas drugs or lust or smoking, it could be anything, literally. Chorus by Lane Staley. Into the flood again, same old trip it was back then. I believe this is referring to when people relapse back to their addiction and they feel almost trapped and helpless, like being part of a flood. A flood is just when you're going down and it doesn't stop, and sometimes takes forever to be gone. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of like what I'm getting from their perspective on what was being said here about this record, and from, I believe, that artist named Andrew Wood. So I made a big mistake. Try to see it once my way. Basically, it's a plea. It's called for a plea. It's desperation. Desperation calls for desperate times, or you get the old saying. That's what he's saying right there. And he's not want to look back or get away from his addiction. He wants to keep on continuing doing what he wants to do. Verse 2. Drifting body, it's soul desertion. A high from a narcotic drug. Now we're talking about the spiritual climax of a high. I did research, you guys, just so you know, based off of what I'm saying here. So no, I don't do drugs. But I'm just saying that I know some things regarding addiction. Flying, not yet quite the notion. The drugs are giving him, they're making him just fly. He appears that he's flying. He's not feeling good. What appears to be good to him feels temporary. It's only temporary, but it makes him feel good forever. It's addiction, bro. It's crazy. The guitar solo by Jerry Cantrell was nice, man. It was really, really nice. Like the outro by Lane Staley. He says, "Am I wrong? Have I run too far to get home? Have I gone? Left you here alone?" I don't do the outros typically, you guys. And towards the end, he says, "If I would, could you?" Great question. He's saying, if you had became addicted towards heroin, would you continuously be addicted to it? And could it also happen to you? It's a big chance. It's a really big chance to take into consideration, because at the end of the day, if you are one who is being addicted towards that drug, then maybe most likely you probably say yes. But at the same time, I don't do drugs. I don't want to do it. I've seen things out of experience that has reminded me to not take part in doing this thing. So I'm not knocking the artists for putting the song together, because actually is a good song. I like the message of whether or not you would let go of addiction or not. It's kind of like what I'm getting from this record. But if I am missing anything, you guys, let me know in the comments below as well. This was Alice in Chains, Would, the official music video, and I cannot wait to do some more reactions for them. I love grunge as far as rock too, so they won me over. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a quick favor, and that is to like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. The link of this song will be down in my description below. This was Alice in Chains, Would, the official music video produced by Alice in Chains themselves and Rick Parashar. Track number 13 from the album, Dirt. King Life, we are out.